What's up, YouTube? Free Swimmer here. Just wanted to do a little update. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed recently and checking out the channel. And yes, it's getting a wind down to taking down this big tank. We're getting close. All these silver dollars and the black skirt tetras. I have a neighbor, a good buddy and a neighbor, with a 125-gallon tank. Has a few goldfish in it. He's fixing to move out the goldfish and all. He's going to be the new caregiver to these guys. We're going to put this in his tank. And the 275-gallon tanks, I've got my occupants figured out. Seeing as how these two, seven right here, are kind of the tank bosses. They kind of run everybody around. So they're going to be in a tank with all the little guys, because the little guys don't pose any threat to them at all, and they don't seem to care one way or another. My little guys, the black skirts will be on. I'm talking about the electric blues, the thread fins, the angelfish, the other acara, and I might put the chocolate in with them because they don't seem to care one way or another what the chocolate does. And then in the other tank, it's going to be the parrots, the Jurapari, the Waru, and the Plecos. Put all them in there. And that'll keep everybody busy. I think that'll give them a nice easy month. I might take 5 weeks to do this. I've got a bunch of things in the works. I ordered some of my ingredients. I've got my new 2,400 gallon per hour MagDrive Pump. I had an 1800 brand new in the box, but it's just not going to be big enough. Somehow, as you fish keep, you tend to get things and you don't know why. Eventually you either use them or you sell them. That's liable to be for sale. And I also got two 1800 gallon per hour slimline with tops overflow boxes. I'm going to have, each one's going to have, let's see if I can show these. Each one's going to have a outlet behind it. I'm looking at a 1.5 inch outlet behind each one. And then I'm going to go down and I'm going to that'll be free flowing all the way down to the sump. And I don't know if we can see these. These are Duracell LED 5000K. They're a day bright or whatever, daylight. I have like 3,000 or 3,500 in the existing shop lights, which I'll bring you up there. I'm going to make everybody dizzy. These shop lights have 3,500K LED bulbs in them. Let me see if I can lift this up and not drop the camera. You can kind of see, well, not really. Can't really see. This is a bulb. They're like a regular light bulb, but they are LED. And they do the job, but I can probably run just 6 instead of the 8 with the new tank. Then they'll be a hair brighter, which is fine. That's what I want. I'm going to change around all the scape. Everything's going to be different. And I've got my first order of pond shields showed up. If we can see that. So basically the reason I ordered 2 pond shields is because I was initially going to fiberglass all my corners. I've never done that. I've never had to. I cut my corners really snug. All my materials are perfectly snug. They're glued at all the joints and they're screwed. And then when you go over it with the pond armor, like I do usually at least 4 coats or more, it's like a really thick membrane, about the thickness of a credit card. And that's what gives it its waterproofing. And then just for extra precaution, I've always added a bead of silicone down every corner. And I've never had an issue. I've never had a concern. I thought I'd do fiberglass, but there's no need for it. There's really just no need. So if I end up not being able to reuse my back panels and my side panels because there's just too much framing involved with them and too much, tearing them apart, that they'll compromise the wood surface material too much, I'm going to have to go get new 4x8 furniture grade 1 inch. I have to get one for the front, which I'll cut out the window where I've got my new. This here is a 2 foot by 8 foot by 13 mil glass. I also have in the front of the sump, so I can actually see it, is a 3 foot, and that corner foot plus is part of the other 3 foot panel, and I have one more 8 foot panel. These were all in my first 360 gallon build. It was an all glass except for the wood bottom. So I've still got the other glass in the other room. I cleaned all the paint off of it because it was the back panel, which I like black painted, and I cleaned all the silicone off of it. I'm going to still give it one more good scrubbing with denatured alcohol on a brush and try to get it sparkly, clean, brand new looking glass. That was my initial purchase years back. I guess it was about 6 or so years ago is when I bought all this glass. And anyway, I've got the glass. I'm going to cut out the big viewing panel in the front with a 4x8, cut down to what I need. That will get pond armored. And then the sides, I'm debating on having a window on the right side because there will be access between the tank and the wall, because I'll be going from a 10-foot tank with framing and everything. It'll be just a little bit over 8 foot, so there'll be a little bit of an area I can go into there. It'd be neat to look at the wide view video. And that'll be it. I might get a third kit of the pond armor to make sure everything's covered well. All the upper framing. I'm going to do my redneck Euro bracing, which is it's 2x6. Well, maybe the chocolate won't go in with them after all. They're seeming to have a little bit of a discussion here. This is kind of funny. I get to show everybody them having a discussion. Yeah, but I want to do a little update. Say thanks to everybody who joined up. Say hello to everybody. Everybody up to speed. We're a couple weeks away from moving all the fish. About 2 weeks at the most. And then I'm going to document the teardown and definitely document the build up, the new tank. Thanks for checking in. Please leave me a comment. Talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. Later.